here. Where is she? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's been a really hectic morning. Let me get things settled and we'll start this presentation. Okay. Right, that sounds good. Okay, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Oh, hello. How are you? No, I'm just out with some friends right now. Yeah, I'll have that email to you later this evening. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Take care. Okay. Do you mind? Just one more email, and I'll be done. I promise. Every time we come out, this is what happens. Well, you know what they say. No, you don't. Work hard, play harder, right?
Hey Dubster, how's the family?
Huh? Oh, they're good, but this new project at work is going to save my company $50K overseas on technological advances for our systems database.
That's great. Do you and Glenn have anything planned for the weekend?
Well, I'm going to be out of town at this seminar. It's going to be really an asset to my career. It's going to focus on analytical and superficial molecular cells in test tubes.
Well, what about Glenn and the kids?
I think they're staying in. I'm not really sure.
Sure sounds like you have a lot of stuff going on at work.
Yeah, but I love to work. I can't think of anything that makes me happier than hearing our company's name on the NASDAQ as our stock goes through the roof.
Yes, very much so. I think that's probably one of the most important core values that we have in place at our company is really providing that work-life balance for our employees. Sure. So one of the cool things that we do is we get 2 flex days each week. So we don't have to be in the office every day of the week, and so we can take those days and either work from home or work from an outside location. So with me having kids, it's nice to be able to work from home, spend a little bit more time with the family, as opposed to being in the office all the time. So it's a really flexible work environment, flexible schedule, which really allows us to sort of set our own priorities when it comes to scheduling things. That's a good question. Not really, but I can't say that I've really thought about that. We have a variety of different sort of lifestyles, in the company. We have those that are married with kids, single, younger, a little bit older. So, we have kind of a variety, but I would say for the most part, everybody really enjoys kind of the way that we have things structured. I don't really think there's too big of a difference. Yeah, there was one that I worked for, and it was sort of the opposite kind of model. It was very structured, very rigid. You had to be there by a set time. You couldn't leave before a set time, and it was in the same kind of line of work. So it's kind of interesting to see. I think how much better we work when we have a more flexible environment, an environment that really puts the employees first, as opposed to having it be so rigid. So yeah, I can definitely attest to sort of the differences that are involved there. Well, I think it's easier to manage because, like I said before, people want to be there, as opposed to being forced to be there. So I think we get people's best work while they're there, as opposed to they're just trying to fill time before they can leave. we have a little bit of a hierarchy at the company, but there's not a super rigid hierarchy. So it's not like, you know, we have the top level people and then the mid level people and then the bottom level people. I think we're all very team oriented. So, you know, I think that helps us work together really well because we're all on the same team. We're all working towards a common goal. And so, you know, I can respect the work-life balance of, you know, somebody else and sort of vice versa. So we're all kind of, you know, in it for each other, which I think helps, you know, the overall camaraderie and the overall dynamic that we have.
It is stressful, but I do it with a lot of help from my husband. He helps out a lot when the nights that I have school, he picks up my daughter. And then also my job is pretty flexible when it comes to things like that too. They give us, because I've been there for 5 years, I get 3 weeks vacation, and everyone gets 5 sick days and 3 personal leave days. I think the only thing I could think of is I wish that Darden had like the 4-day work week, and I know they've piloted that program, but it's still, you know, it hasn't gone, you know, full blown yet. Because I know Lockheed Martin, they get to have every other Friday off,
right?
At least on their West Campus. And so that would be beneficial because if I had an extra day off, then I could have like doctor's appointments and things like that during that extra day that I had off.